There are numerous methods for determining a vehicle's speed.
Acceleration is crucial. Being able to quickly accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour is probably the most realistic performance benchmark, given that we can drive at 60 miles per hour on most highways. This year's cars are lighter, sleeker, and more powerful than any that have come before. Now boasting top speeds far beyond the previous golden threshold of 300 miles per hour, or 480 kilometers per hour, the newest hypercars and supercars are works of art in motion. Here is a list of the 10 fastest production cars in the world ranked by top speed.
Number 10, Pagani HUAYRA.
The Pagani Zonda, even since we first laid eyes on it, has been one of our favorite cars of all time. We are not huge fans of the HUAYRA's styling, or name, when compared to the Zonda, but we have to admit it's an incredible car. The HUAYRA's AMG-sourced 6.0-liter twin-turbo V12 produces 720 horsepower. With the help of a 7-speed single-clutch sequential gearbox, the HUAYRA hits 60 in only 2.8 seconds with a top speed of 238 miles per hour.
Number 9, McLaren SPEEDTAIL. One of the newest cars on our list, the McLaren SPEEDTAIL, was introduced in 2019, and it's considered a spiritual successor to the iconic F1.
But that's mostly because it features a 3-seat layout with the driver's seat in the center. Unlike other cars on this list, the SPEEDTAIL is a hybrid, combining a twin-turbo, 4.0-liter V8 gasoline engine with an electric motor. McLaren says that the SPEEDTAIL is able to hit 250 miles per hour, which makes it the company's fastest vehicle yet. However, the British firm has yet to release proof that the SPEEDTAIL is indeed capable of such speeds.
Number 8, SSC Ultimate Aero. The Ultimate Aero is the car that briefly stole the record from the Bugatti VEYRON, until the VEYRON Super Sport came to take it back. SSC set its record in 2007 with a twin-turbo version of the car. The Ultimate Aero hit a top speed of 256.1 miles per hour, somewhere in West Richland, and held the record until 2010. The Ultimate Aero was discontinued in 2013 after several limited edition models, but SSC is now working on a new contender for the world's fastest production car, the Tuatara. While the record car came with 1,183 horsepower and 1,094 pound-feet of torque, SSC increased power to 1,300 horses toward the end of production. It also switched the original 6.3-liter V8 with a 6.9-liter engine. Number 7, KOENIGSEGG AGERA R. The AGERA RS may be the fastest of its kind, but the AGERA R isn't far behind. Produced from 2011 to 2014, the AGERA R featured the company's legendary 5.0-liter V8 engine, capable of up to 1,124 horsepower and 885 pound-feet of torque. The Swedish firm used this car to set a handful of records for production cars in 2011, but these were eventually reset by the AGERA RS. Although it didn't set a record for top speed, the AGERA R was nearly as fast as the Bugatti VEYRON Super Sport at 260 miles per hour. Number 6, Bugatti CHIRON. The standard Bugatti CHIRON made it on our list as one of 3 Bugattis. Introduced in 2016 as a replacement for the VEYRON, the CHIRON retains the quad-turbo W16 engine, but power was upgraded to 1,479 horsepower and 1,180 pound-feet of torque. The CHIRON's top speed is officially limited to 261 miles per hour, which is a bit below the VEYRON Super Sport. On the other hand, the CHIRON Super Sport tops the list with more than 300 miles per hour, so we know there's plenty of potential under the hood. Number 5, Bugatti VEYRON Super Sport. The Bugatti VEYRON may be 16 years old as of 2021, but it's still among the fastest supercars ever built. Actually, the record set by Bugatti in 2010 places the VEYRON in 5th place with a top speed of 267.8 miles per hour. This benchmark was achieved with a beefed-up model called the VEYRON Super Sport. The VEYRON SS still houses the same 8-liter quad-turbocharged W16 engine, but now with 200 more horsepower. To handle the extra speed and power, Bugatti also had to revise the chassis and suspension. Only 30 VEYRON Super Sport models were produced. Electronically limited to 258 miles per hour for the production cars, the Guinness Book of World Records went ahead and said that even though the speed limiter was removed, the top speed was still valid. Number 4, Hennessey VENOM GT. This supercar from Texas-based car company Hennessey is an impressive machine, to say the least. Supporting a twin-turbo 7-liter V8, producing a massive 1,244 horsepower, the VENOM GT beat a world record set by the Koenigsegg AGERA R as being the fastest accelerating production car in the world. When it did a run from 0 to 300 km per hour, or 186 miles per hour, in 13.63 seconds. The VENOM GT was introduced in 2011 and remained in production until 2017. Despite the seemingly long run, only 13 cars were built. The VENOM GT hit its highest top speed in February 2014, when it reached 270.4 miles per hour on Kennedy Space Center's shuttle landing strip in Florida. Number 3, Koenigsegg AGERA RS. The Koenigsegg AGERA RS is a hybrid of sorts. It's an AGERA R at heart, with some of the advanced tech of the 1.1 and some of the AGERA S sprinkled in for good measure. The most powerful version of the AGERA RS, became the world's fastest car on November 2017, when Koenigsegg hit an average speed of 277.9 miles per hour. The record lasted less than 2 years, but the AGERA RS still owns a handful of benchmarks, including acceleration from 0 to 200 miles per hour, braking from 200 to 0 miles per hour, and 0 to 200 miles per hour and back to full stop. Unlike Bugatti, Koenigsegg didn't build a limited edition version of the AGERA RS to celebrate the record, but the RS itself was limited to 25 examples. Number 2, Bugatti Chiron Super Sport 300+. The standard Bugatti Chiron is already among the fastest cars in the world with a top speed of around 261 miles per hour. But the French firm wanted to set a new record, so it created an even more potent beast. The Chiron carries over the same 8-liter quad-turbocharged W16 engine as the VEYRON, but modified to produce more power. The modified car hit a top speed of 304.7 miles per hour on August 2nd. To celebrate the event, Bugatti is building a production model based on the prototype called the Chiron Super Sport 300+. This car is limited to 30 examples, enough to validate the speed record with the Guinness World Records. Number 1, SSC Tuatara. It's not uncommon to see controversy surrounding top speed records, especially when it comes to breaking the once mythical and downright impossible 300 miles per hour barrier. We've been hearing about SSC's Tuatara hypercar since at least 2011. Created by American supercar maker SSC, formerly Shelby Supercars, no relation to Carroll Shelby, the Tuatara not only beat the next fastest supercar on the list but blew it out of the water. On October 10, 2020, the SSC Tuatara managed to claim the title of the world's fastest production vehicle by clocking an average run of 316.11 miles per hour, or 508.73 kilometers per hour. Also claiming the title for the first production car to break the 500 kilometers per hour barrier. But that record wasn't official, apparently, so they went back and did another run in January 2021, this time officially grabbing the record at 282.9 miles per hour. The SSC Tuatara is powered by a twin-turbocharged, 5.9-liter V8, producing 1,350 horsepower using regular old 91-octane pump gas, and 1,750 horses if you slip in some E85 juice. So that's for today, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell to receive future updates.